Jesse, dinner's ready. Jesse, dinner's ready, come on. Jesse? Jesse? Jesse, where are you?
Sweden, Finland, Iceland, Germany, England, Italy, Spain, Portugal. Okay, now I will list the last 10 US presidents in order. Donald Trump, Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, George H.W. Bush, Ronald Reagan, Jimmy Carter, Gerald Ford, Richard Nixon.
Richard Nixon was impeached.
No, he wasn't, Mom. He resigned. Hold on. Let me finish my list. Richard Nixon, Lyndon B. Johnson.
Jesse, so what are you doing exactly?
I'm working on my 12 Days of Christmas list. Last year, Dad told me that if I did everything on the list, I could have whatever I wanted for Christmas. And this year, all I want for Christmas is for Dad to come home.
Oh, Jesse, we've talked about this. You know that Daddy isn't coming home. I know this is hard for you, and I know you may not understand what happened, but I need you to know that Daddy's gone.
No, Mom, he's not gone. He's just not here. I know that if I do everything on my list, he'll come back.
I wish it was right, Jesse. I wish it was, but... Just... come on. I think dinner's getting cold.
It's always cold, Mom. Dad's a better cook.
Ha ha, funny.
You know what else is funny?
What?
You didn't notice that I lost a tooth.
You did? Oh, from karate?
Oh, Mom, I'm 10 years old. It just fell out.
You silly goose. Come on.
I'm not a psychologist, but I do know people's minds. I need to in order to get the results that I do. What did you say? That's not in the holiday spirit. I doubt you would succeed with that kind of campaign. Why? Because throwing ice balls at kids eating your competitor's candy isn't all that nice. Jesse, go easy on him. I wasn't talking to you. Look, I gotta go. I'll come up with a winning marketing plan. I promise you. Just no ice balls.
I'm done.
Oh, Jesse, was the teacher, instructor...
You mean sensei?
Yes, sensei. Where is he?
First of all, it's a she. My sensei is a woman.
I hadn't noticed.
I know.
Well, where is she?
I told her I needed to go it alone.
Go it alone?
Yeah, I have to earn my black belt on my own, and I have to do it by Christmas Day.
What?
Jesse, a black belt by Christmas Day? And teaching yourself?
Yep, read my list.
Christmas is only 5 days from now.
People will think this is greed and hatred. It's not. It's just that things need to be even. They can ask why, but they'll never understand. The people they hear about it on the news, they won't understand. Only those that come here tonight will finally see what it's like to be destroyed by someone you thought was exactly like you. Tonight, this town learns what it's like to be afraid.
Jesse, what's wrong?
I had a terrible nightmare. There's this scary man on a screen. I didn't know what he was talking about. Then there was a clown with a gun.
A clown?
Yes, and a woman.
Jesse, why did you dream of that? Do you know?
It was at the theater. The theater where Dad was when he disappeared.
But Jesse, you've never been in that theater.
It felt so real. I felt like I was there.
I know. Sometimes bad dreams feel real. But it was just a dream, okay? You weren't there. Please, go back to sleep.
Can you stay here for a while?
Sure, okay. I will. Oh my God.
All right, pass them down. Pass them down. Y'all keep them upside down now and don't talk about it. All right, just pass them down. Pass them down. Everybody pass these down. Keep them upside down. Don't talk. I want everybody to think Christmas. Because I have something for you little critters. Well, I can't call you critters, right? That ain't one of them forbidden words or something. Nah, critters is okay, but how about I call you my elves? Oh, no, how about my reindeer? Yeah, you're all little reindeer, but without the horns, because I don't like horns. They kind of remind me of that devil guy, and he ain't very Christmassy, is he? Okay, if you answer my question correctly, then you might get an extra 5 points on your paper as a Christmas gift. All right. Oh, you little reindeer, y'all are out celebrating with your boss. You're in a bar, you know, celebrating with the boss, that little chubby guy, you know, little in the red suit with the beard, Santa. And Santa has had a whole lot of beer to drink tonight. In fact, he's just plumb wasted. And all you little reindeer, y'all are pretty kicked to the curb too, you know what I'm saying? Now, all of a sudden, you are Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And that red bulb in your nose, it just explodes because you had a tequila shot that just didn't agree with you. Now that explosion is so loud that it causes some drunk guy to fall off of his bar stool over here, and all of a sudden a big old brawl ensues, and everybody's just fighting, kind of like in one of the movies, you know, where everybody's just fighting for no apparent reason. All these surfers and these greasers. And don't ask me why there's surfers and creatures in this bar. Okay, they just are, along with all you reindeer. All of a sudden, Santa just broke a chair right over some greaser's head because the greaser was about to hit you, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. The greaser was about to hit you with a whiskey bottle. Everybody get it? All right. Raise your hand if you think Santa is guilty of aggravated assault. All right. Raise your hand if you think Santa has committed a simple assault. Okay. Now, who thinks Kris Kringle is guilty of reckless endangerment?
The answer is none of the above.
Do I know you, young man?
Santa Claus is guilty of nothing. He acted in defense of another. He was protecting his friend Rudolph.
You're correct. You are absolutely correct. Are you Jesse? So your husband's a lawyer. Look, it was really nice that your kid interrupted my class. He's really smart, by the way. But Mrs.
Abby?
I don't really know why you're here. It's kind of one of the hazards of those online appointment things. You don't really know why people make those appointments with you. If you have a legal question, why don't you just,
How did you know that my husband is a lawyer?
just a little deductive reasoning based on your son's answer to my question in my class? Look, I'm sure that you have a whole lot of things to do. It was really nice to meet you. I'm sure there's got a lot of Christmas shopping still to go for that smart little young man of yours. But I think it's time for you to go.
How did you know my son's name?
Good guess.
I don't think so.
Now, you let Jesse come and interrupt my class, but why didn't you have him come in here with us?
When I was 16, I went to a psychic fair and got a reading. You know what that is?
Yeah,
The psychic told me that I would get married, have one son, and that my husband would go on a journey that would be of a major concern to me. When I asked her for more, she looked unhappy and then refused to tell me anything else. That psychic was you.
Look, I don't know who you are because I don't remember you, okay? But nobody around here knows anything about my little psychic past stuff. And I don't even know how you found me. How did you find me, by the way?
Everyone in my profession says I'm a very resourceful woman.
And what profession is that?
Why don't you guess?
Marketing.
Yes.
Oh, dang.
You see?
No, I don't see. I mean, I do see, but I don't want to see, okay? I used to help the police. They wanted me to help them find missing people, and you know what I found? I found a bunch of dead bodies. It's all I could see, and I don't want to see a bunch of dead bodies, okay? You have no idea what it's like to see dead people, and it's just creepy, and it creeped me out so much that I didn't want to do it anymore. So I paid my way through law school by doing all those stupid little psychic fairs that you just happened to find me out. But I think it's time for you to leave, okay? Because I don't want to remember any of it. I don't. I just wanted to do something happy. I wanted to do something with kids. So all of a sudden, I paid my way through law school and I just had this vision, and I saw myself in a classroom with kids. And that's what brought me here. The spirits brought me here.
I need you to tell me if my husband is alive or dead.
And I told you I don't do that anymore. I don't want to see dead bodies. I really think it's time for you to leave, okay?
You know.
What? Because I'm having nightmares? Your son is having nightmares too. Did you know that? It's all about his daddy's disappearance. It's really not a fun thing to see. You really have no idea. Oh. That's why I'm sensing clowns. Oh. Oh, wow. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for you, and I'm sorry for your son, but I can't help you, okay? I really
You still
can't.
have it.
It's like a terminal disease, okay? It's not a fun thing. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of known as the wacky professor around here, okay? I'm sorry. This is not exactly what I asked Santa for.
It was Bob's. The police found
Found it in an alleyway, I know. Found it in an alleyway right behind the theater and... Oh, that tragedy. He pulls his knife out and he's using it in self-defense. Karate.
What?
Karate. I don't know.
Yeah. Jesse's trying to get his black belt in karate by Christmas Day. He thinks it will bring his father back.
It might.
You think it will?
No, I didn't say that it will. I said it might. Sorry, like I said, I get a little scattered, okay? Everybody around here thinks I'm scattered. I'm just known as that little wacky law professor here. I'm really sorry for you. I'm really sorry for you. But I can't help you.
My home address is on the back, so you can return the knife. I have to take Jesse to karate now. He's already on his green belt. What's this, Jesse?
It's on the list. It's all about karate now and, you know, getting my black belt. But we can paint this later like Dad and I used to.
Oh, I'm really no good at this kind of thing. Hey, the pizza's here. It's not even cold.
We will haunt these victims. We'll haunt their minds, their dreams, even the very land they walk on. And our victims won't hate us. They'll become us.
Dad! Dad!
There is no constitutional issue here. People are permitted to carry guns, but only in very specific circumstances.
Dad! Dad! Dad!
Jesse, wake up. Wake up, honey.
I just saw Dad. I'm telling you, he's alive. I need to get that black belt.
I don't want you to get hurt.
Mom, I'm tough.
I don't mean by karate.
Mom, I'm already on to blue belt. Dad will be coming home soon when I prove that I earned my black belt.
That's what I'm talking about, Jesse. Getting a black belt is not going to bring back Daddy. These are just dreams you're having.
And how do you explain my dreams?
I saw you got some newspaper clippings about what happened. That's why you're having these dreams.
But why didn't you tell me exactly what happened?
Because you're so young, Jesse. And I really didn't think you needed to hear all the horrible details they write in the newspapers.
But why didn't you tell me Dad was at the theater trying to make a constitutional argument about guns?
How did you know that? That wasn't in the news. Gravy speaks Christmas. No, it's not just a Thanksgiving thing. You have roast beef on Christmas, so you have gravy. A whole chicken, you put gravy on it. What? Prime rib? No, that's au jus. Au jus is a whole different thing. Uh-huh. Yes? Yes? Yeah, now you're thinking, okay. And I can pull that off by making Santa Claus stir the gravy and then pour it right over the turkey for Mrs. Claus. That way we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It's not just women in the kitchen anymore. And turkey gravy is hot on a cold Christmas day. Okay. Now let me go. I have someone sitting here. Seems like it was just yesterday that you were in high school living next door. You're graduating college?
Grad school, actually, yeah.
Oh my.
The holiday break, of course. You know, it was perfect timing when you called because I really need cash for presents. So I'm gonna pick him up after school, take him to karate and whatnot.
Yeah, maybe make him a snack when you bring him home. I work late a lot, but ever since his father went missing,
I am really sorry, Abby. I remember your husband, Bob. He was a really cool guy.
Thank you.
It must be really rough on Jesse.
I think it is. I mean, it definitely is. He's been obsessed with completing this list of goals that he set for himself. I think they were all things he used to do with his father. They used to do a lot of things together that I wasn't a part of, you know, because I'm at work a lot. I mean, me and Jesse have done our own things together too.
I understand, Abby.
He's had these dreams, Sarah. And some of it is rather amazing, almost mystical. But now he's obsessed with teaching himself to be a black belt in karate. By Christmas Day, no less.
And he thinks if he gets a black belt, it'll bring his father back?
Yeah. How did you know that?
I studied child behavior and psychology. It's a coping mechanism. Reliving and doing all these things that he used to do with his dad, earning his missing dad's approval in a way, so that he'll come back.
And when he doesn't?
Well, what did your grief counselor say?
Well,
Oh, you never got...
Jesse's a very smart kid. He's determined, working hard. He's fine. He doesn't need a therapist.
Right. I shouldn't have said anything.
No, you're not the first one. But we're doing just fine. We're both strong and busy. There's always so much that needs to be done. I mean, I'm sure it works for others. But not for Jesse, no.
Does he have any dietary restrictions?
Done. Hey, repeat, kick him. Kicks. Who's that? Deeper. You tap him out again. Stand up.
Applesauce is amazing these days. It's the new Jell-O. You can get it with maple syrup, cinnamon. Are you kidding me? Of course. I can market applesauce with jalapenos. I'm sorry. I have to call you back. Bob? Where are you? Who's this? Where did you find his phone?
So the Grinch suddenly has this need for redemption and he really wants to be punished. Maybe he just wants some of that camaraderie thing that prison brings with all the prisoners after all them years of being alone up there. Anyways, he strolls into the Whoville DA office and he confesses to grand larceny, trespassing, and criminal mischief. Only there ain't no criminal charges been filed against him. So what is the responsibility of the prosecutor? The green guy, he even brought in a whole bunch of the stolen goods, like a whole bunch of Christmas toys and... Class dismissed.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. You're even gonna get a little extra bonus for it, okay? So go home. It's almost Christmas. Go home for clown's sake.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too.
I'm sorry. I'm looking for someone.
The needy people won't start coming in for about an hour. You could start dishing out this.
Oh, no. Obviously, I'm not here for the. Oh, I thought you said people weren't arriving for about an hour.
I guess they came early.
So you can name all the presidents and you know all the capitals, but what I'm really impressed with is this birdhouse. Are you gonna paint it?
Yeah, with my dad when he comes home.
Well, how about with your mom now?
She's busy a lot. She doesn't do that sort of thing. Want to help me practice my karate?
I'd be honored.
Are you Jay?
Do I look like Jay?
I'm sorry, I don't know what Jay looks like.
Do I look like AJ?
Sure, why not? Jay's a pretty common name.
Jay's a letter of the alphabet, and I don't think I look like a letter. It's also a bird, as in blue jay, and I'm not blue. Do I look blue to you? Huh? Are you trying to call me blue? How would you like it if I called you W? Huh?
I don't. I'm just looking for Jay, the guy who owns this restaurant.
You know, if you haven't noticed, today this place is set up to feed people less fortunate. People unlike yourself. We usually do this twice a month, but this month we're doing it 4 times because it's Christmas. And Jay, that blue bird guy you're looking for, he sold this spot to me over a year ago. It's mine now.
Oh. I'm sorry. He said to meet him here.
Yo, hold up, babe. Hold up. I was just kidding around. I was just joking. Jay! Yo, Jay! There's this chick out here to see you, man. Hey, he still owns this place. He and I are best friends. I'm just here helping him out. Had you shook, though, didn't I?
Hi, I'm Jay, and I apologize for Sam's sense of humor.
I'm Abby. You have my husband's phone?
Your Bob's wife. I've heard so much about you. Yeah. One of the regulars found it under the booth.
How did you know Bob?
Bob used to do free legal work for us. He was so generous with his time. He used to stop by every now and again and serve food if we had nothing else for him to do. Of course, that was a long time ago.
So you haven't seen him in a while?
No, not since the,
Since the theater shooting.
Yeah. Is everything all right?
But how could his phone have gotten here?
I'm really sorry. I don't know how long it had been here.
Hello? Professor? What do you mean the knife wasn't used in self-defense? Wait, you're not making any sense. Where?
So what's the meaning behind all these belts?
Well, they all start with white, and that signifies the beginning or birth of a seed. A white belt is a beginner searching for knowledge and the beginning of life's cycle. The yellow belt symbolizes the first beams of sunlight which shine upon the seed, giving it new strength with the beginning of new life. Knowledge is germinating. An orange belt represents the growing power of the sun as it warms the earth to prepare for new growth. The body and mind are starting to open and develop. The green belt signifies the growth of the seed as it reaches toward the sun and begins to transform into a recognizable life. There is strengthening of the mind and refining of techniques. A blue belt represents the blue sky. As life sprouts from the earth, the light feeds the life so it can continue to grow. Additional knowledge and power are obtained. The purple belt represents the changing of the sky to dawn. Here, there is great advancement. It takes longer to get through purple belt than all the previous belts.
Wow. Well, what about all the other belts?
I'm only up to a purple belt. So can you cut a kid a break?
The remaining 3 belts are red, brown, and black. The red belt signifies the red-hot heat of the sun, life growing strongly towards it, but red is a sign of danger. And a fighter, well, he can become dangerous with his knowledge and his physical abilities, so he has to be cautious, and red is next for Jesse. Do you want to know about the brown belt? The brown belt, well, it represents the ripening of a seed. It's sort of a harvesting process. And a fighter, he's going to wrestle the longest with getting his brown belt because the next stop is greatness.
And that greatness is the black belt?
Yes. And with the black belt comes profound knowledge. And that's knowledge that he can pass on to others.
Okay. I'm interested, but I'm confused. Why are we at Jesse's karate school?
Same knife.
I don't understand.
It just came to me right when I was in the middle of a lecture, because that's when things seem to come to me at the most inappropriate times.
What does any of this have to do with my husband?
In my vision, Bob was not holding this knife. He wasn't even looking for it. He wasn't even aware that he had it.
Your visions are making me more tired than those women. Who are they? What relevance do they have to Bob?
Abby, psychic vision isn't 20/20. It's not like, well, it's kind of like nearsightedness, but only in my case, it's like bifocals. I was wrong. I don't like to admit when I was wrong, but I was wrong. Bob was not using this knife to defend himself in that theater. He was using it here to teach women how to defend themselves. This is a self-defense class for women. This is where this knife comes from. Bob was using this to teach these women how to defend themselves, and he just left with it. He forgot he even had it on him.
No, this doesn't make sense.
Maybe the powers in the universe are trying to teach you something, Abby. Maybe guide you to learn a little bit about your husband, things you didn't even know. Maybe even surprise you. Not like bad surprises or something. It's not like Bob had a whole nother family or something, like that. Hey, Abby, your husband was a black belt.
What?
Then live, you attractive geniuses, and live large. Hello out there in crazy land. I'm Graham Palace, owner of the Palace Theater chain and, of course, this classic theater. As my lovely daughter told you, this is the crown jewel in our empire and the place we end up spending most of our time. What she didn't tell you is that today is her birthday. Da-da-da! Everyone say, happy birthday. No. That was terrible. One more time, all together. Happy birthday. And Aurora, as your birthday gift in front of all these wonderful people, I'd like to give you this Palace Theater. I see full control over to you to finally do all the things with it that you've been yapping about all these years. So get ready. You clowns, you two-faced hags. She's got big plans for this place. And she's the smartest, most driven person I've met. And that says a lot. I love you, Aurora. And I know you'll be great. But remember, I will be watching you.
Tell your mother. Then you must remain silent until Christmas Day.
That's the day you earn your black belt.
Another dream?
The woman who owned the theater.
Aurora Palace?
Yes.
What about her?
She was very close with her father, too.
How do you know that?
Because I saw him speaking to her. He gave her that theater as a present on the night of the shooting, on the night Dad went missing.
On Christmas Day last year.
Yes, and it was her birthday.
She was the only person to survive the shooting. It was a miracle on her birthday.
On his birthday.
Christmas wasn't your father's birthday.
That's not what I was talking about.
Jesse, what does Aurora Palace's father have to do with Daddy?
Dad is a Christmas gift for me this year like Aurora's father had for her last year.
What makes you think this?
But I have to earn my black belt like Aurora earned the theater.
Jesse, what makes you think this? What is it?
Mom, I have a message for you. I have to remain completely silent from now until Christmas Day and focus on only one thing, getting Dad back.
He says he needs to earn getting his...
He earned getting his black belt before Christmas in order to get his daddy back. And now he doesn't want to talk.
How could I have not known my own husband had a black belt in karate?
Well, I sense that he was trying to tell you, but you're just too busy to listen.
Is this what the spirits are telling you? That I was neglecting my husband or something?
No, right now, the only spirits that are talking to me are in those bottles. Look, you are a very successful businesswoman, and you're a pretty average mother.
I'm more than an average mother.
Maybe, but you do need to pay more attention.
And I worked very hard all my life.
Yes, you work hard, but you also had a pony. You went to private prep school. You even had a Sweet 16 coming out party. And you went to Yale, and your parents paid for absolutely everything. You had a very lavish wedding. You had an even more lavish honeymoon. You get a new car every 2 years? Whoop-de-doo. Ouch! She's batting 1,000 and the crowd goes wild. Now, your husband John.
Bob.
That's what I said.
No, you said John.
Robert. Robert, he had to work for every single thing he has. He had to pay his own way through law school just like me. Did you know that he used to tutor kids and he even worked as a bartender? Yay for bartenders, woohoo! And he worked as a bouncer in a bar. That way he could hobnob with all the right wizards. Do you know what though? He never ever once forgot where he came from or who he was. How am I doing so far?
Scored 2.
Bartender! Can we get another one of these for me and one for my very privileged, poor little rich friend? And she's paying.
I know they never laughed at me, never hated me, or schemed against me. They thought nothing of me. And before I knew it, I agreed with them. Now I feel different. Now I'm something strong that can't be laughed at and ignored. I am an instrument of power. And now my judgment matters. They can try and judge me and neuter everything in my life and relax, thinking they have safety in numbers.
These spirits sure bring out the spirits.
What is it?
I just keep, I'm having the same visions as Jesse. I keep seeing that clown nut job.
You saw him? That's who my son's seeing in his dreams, James Whitmore?
Yeah, and he's seeing his daddy, too. Let me ask you something, Abby. Why was Bob there? I mean, was he there for a meeting? Did he have a big speech? Why was he there?
Yeah, to talk about guns and constitutional rights and stuff. The girl who owned the place had some kind of 3-tiered event. A few friends first, then a meeting, and then a big party with the guys dressed like clowns and the women in some kind of wild makeup.
So that's how he got in. He just blended right on in, and nobody even noticed him because he was dressed up like a clown.
If you read the newspapers, you would know that part.
I don't have to read the newspapers, Abby. I'm just seeing it. I'm seeing it. I want to see it.
Dad! Dad!
Everyone thinks that the newest thing is crazy. Up until they fall in love with it.
Jesse, it's okay. It was only a dream. Oh man. No wonder you're having nightmares.
Sarah! Where are you?
Coming, Abby.
Was I a bad wife?
No.
Why did he have to go to that stupid, crummy horror film in the theater birthday party and give a speech?
Well, maybe he loved horror films, Abby.
Yeah, you're right. He did love horror films. How did you know that?
You told me that when you came in.
Well, I'll have to make arguments and give speeches. I didn't know that he was a karate man and the homeless people helper.
Sorry.
If I had come home that day, maybe you wouldn't have gone to that theater.
And maybe you both would have gone and Jesse would have no one. Cheers.
No. No. I wouldn't have gone. I hate horror films.
So close, so close. You know what? Why don't you take a swig of that coffee? Pretend that it's a highball or whatever you were just drinking over at the bar.
How did you know I was at a bar?
Bottoms up, Abby.
Oh, yuck. That's coffee.
And that's why you earn the big bucks. Can I get you anything else?
Why the heck not? You're all right. You know that, Sarah?
Thank you. I try to be.
I try to be all right, too. Wish I was.
You will be. You have to give yourself time. Time to cope. Maybe even grieve. There's no deadline on this, Abby.
It's Christmas.
It is, almost.
I just want Bob back.
What about his father, a certain criminal, a man responsible for probably many deaths?
So then, why should he worry about letting his father go? He couldn't be expected to do everything right. He couldn't be loyal to everything all at once.
I'll never let my father go. Mr. Palace, you are right and wrong in what you are saying. My father was not a criminal. He didn't kill anyone. There, you are wrong. But you are right in saying that I can't be loyal to everything at once. My loyalty is with my father only. And now, Mr. Palace, I need you to give me a totally correct lesson. A very private one, too.
That's the only kind I do now. Katerina, can you give me a minute?
You left your daughter Aurora right after you gave her the theater. You didn't do it on purpose, though. I know that. But you are in a beautiful place now.
How is New Jersey?
It's not warm like where you are. It's cold, and it's scary. Aurora knows for sure where you are, but I don't know where my father is.
Focus. Streamline.
James Whitmore was the security officer at my school. He was also the security officer at your movie theater. Me and Aurora have a bond. Why would Whitmore want to take our fathers away from us?
Think about what you need.
I need to get my father back.
Sounds simple.
No, it's not simple. I need to defeat Whitmore. But how?
Do you remember how I taught you to fight? Our creed?
You never taught me how to fight, Mr. Palace. We never even met. But somehow, I understand your creed. Our creed. It's loyalty. Unconditional loyalty to the ones that we love.
Then live it. Modify your officer in every way that you can. In every aspect of his life.
The only way I can modify Whitmore is by getting that black belt. There is a powerful force guiding me to it. My father was always my teacher, and I was always the student. But now, my father is my student. I must guide him home.
You owe your student your loyalty. And remember, you can't be expected to be loyal to everything all at once.
Okay, Abby, so today, all applesauce, right?
I told you it's the new Jell-O.
Perfect. So we meet in 10 in the Eisenhower conference room.
I thought it was the grand conference room.
You're mixing up your generals who became presidents.
Right.
Yeah. Don't mix up your applesauces.
I won't.
Good, because there's a big bonus for this one.
Ooh, nice picture of your hubby. How about a little holiday spirit, hmm?
What's that?
Oh, just junk that my students brought in to me. I know, it's just yuck. That is not the way to get a good grade. You know, if they'd have brought a bottle of wine, a little spiked eggnog, maybe even some glitter makeup.
We're not drinking buddies now.
Oh, God, no. You are a total downer and the worst wing woman. Do you know guys just repel against crying mummies like bungee jump repel?
I get the message. And we're on track to figuring something out together, I think. But if you don't mind, I have an important meeting to get to.
I had another vision, Abby.
I was thinking about your visions this morning. While all hungover and with a pounding headache. It seems you're seeing things about Bob and what happened that night. But I came to figure out if he was alive, like Jesse's saying. Not much in the evidence the police found, and not much in your visions is telling me that.
I saw your husband, Abby.
Like, in the flesh or in your head?
I saw where he would be this morning.
What does that mean, Elizabeth?
You just called me by my first name. That means we're bonding.
I think I made a mistake coming to you. Nothing against you, Elizabeth, but I started buying into Jesse's dreams. And I have some belief in psychic abilities, and in your ability specifically. But Bob isn't coming back. I brought his picture here to work with me because I'm fully accepting that he's not coming back. And I need to get Jesse to realize that too.
Maybe Bob is just coming to Jesse to try to get to you, you know, in some afterlife thing. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you and Jesse are seeing things from the past. Or maybe you're just both good investigators. We can definitely look at all options, just later. Right now, I have to get to that meeting in this world. Stairs. Where's those stairs when you need them?
You want to talk about meetings and careers?
Not now, Elizabeth. Another time.
Oh, come on. Don't you want to know why I really gave up the psychic biz to be a lawyer and law professor?
No.
Because it's a doozy.
No, but I'm sure that won't stop you. Love the chat. Gotta run.
Come on.
Oh, no.
Isn't it supposed to be the Eisenhower conference room?
How did you know?
I was eavesdropping. I saw my fiance die in a vision. I saw how we were going to get married and he was going to die. I've never really even talked to anybody about this before. I loved him so much, Abby, that I gave him up.
You didn't marry him?
No, I didn't marry him. I didn't want to see him die. I figured if I gave him up and didn't marry him, then he won't die and the spell will be broken.
Did it work?
I don't know. Maybe. He wouldn't speak to me anymore. He didn't even want to stay in touch. And how could I blame him? I broke both of our hearts. I mean, part of me doesn't even want to know if he's alive or dead. I don't even know. I just threw myself into law school so that I could become a law professor. And for some people, law school would be complete torture. But for me, well, it was a release.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry, but I have to get to that meeting.
Really? You really want to give up your husband for some stupid bonus?
I don't know what you mean. And that's not fair. Take it back. Whatever he means, take it back.
I can't. I can't take back what I see, Abby. And don't you see that you're losing your own son?
Why are you doing this to me? Why today?
Maybe I'm the three ghost to your Scrooge, and you are a Scrooge, Abby. Yesterday, that was Christmas past. Today, it's Christmas present.
Where did you see my husband? You saw Bob here? At your college?
Yeah, this is definitely the place.
A gazebo? That's a beautiful Christmas tree. Sensing something?
No, I'm cold. It's freezing out here.
Look, Elizabeth, this place is nice and all and festive. But why would Bob come here?
You're here, ain't you?
You brought me here.
No. The spirits brought us here.
Really, Elizabeth? You have my mind going back and forth like a ping pong ball. Really? My ghost of Christmas present?
This is definitely the place. I know this gazebo. I know that Christmas tree and that nativity scene. I even know that tree right there. Bob was definitely here. Oh, God, this seat is so cold. Bob was standing at that tree.
When? Yesterday? Today? 2 months ago?
I don't know. He's just standing there. And he's tired out from something.
Tired? Okay.
It was the day before the shooting. And he's here with a whole lot of other people. And I have this sense of pride and accomplishment from him.
Putting lights on the Christmas tree?
You are not helping matters.
I'm not sure if you are either.
Well, he wanted to tell you something. Something about this place.
Tell me what?
I don't know. He was gonna tell you when he got home. When you got home from work, but you were late. You're always late. You're always at work. Why?
It's always been very busy at work.
You should have made the time, Abby. Bob always made the time, didn't he?
Yeah. Okay. He was better at the work-life time management stuff.
He wanted to tell you about this. He wanted you to see this.
Why?
Beats me.
That's it?
I'm cold. I'm going to the car.
You dragged me here and now you want to get in the car?
It's got a heater.
I must be nuts. You're nuts. And the car's locked.
You locked the car? Abby, we're at a nativity scene. Ain't nobody out here, and you locked the car, and you think I'm the one nuts? Did you drop something?
Found something.
Car. Heat, Abby. Car. Come on, open the door.
You're not opening?
No. Oh my God. Heat, Abby, come on. I'm cold.
It takes a while.
Oh no.
What is it? Another vision?
Yes. Oh, come on, give me a break. I'm cold and she doesn't care. She just wants to get back to the office.
I care.
Are you sure, Abby? Because I don't really know where this is taking us.
Lead away.
Okay, but fair warning, Abby. This psychic GPS stuff, it goes all over the place. There's like wrong turns and then there's U-turns. I don't know.
Let's hit the road, Jack.
And please just stick to calling me Elizabeth. Okay, I don't like the name Jack. It reminds me of the creepy guy from Jack and the Beanstalk. And I don't like fairy tales in general. Like Hansel and Gretel. Creepy? Who makes up that mess? Gotcha. Seriously, kids don't even like it. Creepy people. Oof. Creepy, creepy, creepy.
Kia! 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 Kia!
Well, definitely not how Bob would have done it, but kind of good at this. Nah. This is terrible. It's terrible. Jesse, come in here. Jesse! 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 Look, Jesse, I painted it. I painted the birdhouse. Oh, so you're happy I painted it? Purple, one of my favorite colors. Well, you've earned a lot of belts. I'll fix it later. One more belt. Brown. Then it's the black belt. Charles, what are you doing at my desk?
What happened? You missed the entire meeting yesterday.
Sort of a family emergency thing.
What is that? It's awful.
I painted it for my son.
You should keep it at the house.
Charles, what do you want from me?
What do I want from you? Well, Janice had to do the entire pitch.
Well, that's good. So the presentation was made.
This is your project. Remember, applesauce is the new Jell-O? That was your idea.
Janice is more than competent. I'm sure she handled it perfectly.
That's not the point.
My work was in there, right? And the client is happy?
You can't miss critical meetings.
It's a tough time. It's Christmas.
Holidays are rough for lots of people.
Like me and my son? How many other people lost their husband last Christmas?
It's just that usually you're the most work is first person I know.
You know, you're absolutely right. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Have you ever felt like you missed something?
Like what?
Like life?
Shake hands.
So, Frosty the Snowman, he's completely had it by now. Because with all the salt and the sand coming up and the soot's blackening his pretty white coat, it's bad enough that some big old blackbird came along and chomped off part of his carrot nose to eat it, and he lost one of his black pieces of coal out of his eye, so now he's got one eye and half a nose, and his whole body is melting faster than it should. You see, salt and sand is hazardous waste to Frosty. But for the community, the salt and the sand is really good. It's good for keeping the streets and the sidewalks safe. So, does Frosty have a legitimate, valid lawsuit? Now I want you to put your thinking caps
Come on. I need some Christmas future advice.
It's Christmas Eve day, and I'm right in the middle of an important lecture.
What professor lectures on Christmas Eve day? And who to?
Well, these students are in North Sentinel Island. It's that island off of India, you know, where they shoot people with bows and arrows. Not sure what the Christmas plans are. What are your Christmas plans?
Sorry.
What'd you do that for? I'm trying to teach them international law. And they are a real lawless bunch, you know.
You started this. You have to help me finish it.
I have this number still.
Nope.
Ow.
You managed to direct me away from a very important meeting. And it did me good. I feel like we're close.
You feel like we're close?
I love that. You know, there are times I'm afraid. Afraid of making the wrong choice, going on the wrong path. I seem to hold this. Fired at the firing range. A few times. It reminds me of what you've taught me.
What did he teach me?
Who?
James Whitmore. What did he teach me?
What did he teach you?
I don't know. The guy's a crazy idiot.
He's stronger than all of us put together.
Aurora, Daddy's little girl, I need you to figure this out.
Daddy! Help me to help you!
We can start to help.
You must watch for yourself, Aurora. You all must watch for yourselves.
But he stops us.
Some is as it seems, some is not. This is me, and this is real. But if I'm not here, not exactly here, then I'm not real.
Aurora, you woke up. Thank God.
Abby, I need some whiskey and bourbon, or I just need a drink now.
What? What did you see, Elizabeth?
I saw a whole lot. More than I wanted to say, believe me. Is that Aurora lady? Was she in the hospital after the shooting?
Yeah, I think so. She wasn't shot, but I think she went to the hospital, yeah. Why?
Because I saw your husband there with her in the hospital.
That can't be. He disappeared with Whitmore, like seconds after the shooting.
I don't know. It's just like a big old jumbled mess. I don't know if it's from the past or the present or the future or maybe some other place. What it does tell me, though, by seeing that vision of Bob in the hospital, it tells me that he's alive.
You think he's alive? You really think Bob could be alive?
Yes, I do. I really do think he's alive. But, we need to go back to that bar. We need to go back to that bar. The Christmas future is there. And I need a drink.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna go to the bar with me?
Of course I'm gonna go.
All right, well, you're buying.
Okay.
Those Sentinel Island students that you cut me off from, they're not like the rest of the world. The government doesn't even let you get within 50 miles of them, and they don't even tolerate outsiders.
We've been here nearly an hour, Elizabeth. My days at a bar on Christmas Eve are long gone. I want to get home to Jesse, but you said my Christmas future is here.
It might have been my Christmas future, not yours, Abby. Mark?
Elizabeth?
Mark, you're alive?
Of course I'm alive. You upset me, but you didn't kill me.
Mark, it's been almost 20 years.
My apologies for breaking up the reunion, but let me guess, you're Mark's ex-fiance?
Yes, and you're his wife?
Mark told me that you were psychic.
No, it's just that obvious.
Well, look, it is Christmas Eve, so excuse me for being rude, but we gotta get home to our son.
A lot of people seem to be saying that lately.
Well, bye. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Elizabeth.
Merry Christmas to y'all.
That was your ex-fiance. He's alive. That's great news.
Not for you.
What? Why?
Bartender, 2 Johnny Walker shots, please, immediately. In my visions, I always saw that Mark was dead and that Bob was alive. Mark's alive. I can't even believe he's alive. But if Mark's alive, see, that means Bob, he's probably...
This is terrible. I mean, it's happy for you, but it's not what I was expecting for me and Jesse.
We can start the hell.
That sounded like Bob's voice.
And that's exactly what I heard Bob say in my vision.
Bob? Bob! Bob!
Bob?
Bob?
What is it? Oh, the women's room occupied?
I'm so sorry. We thought you were someone else. Abby, I want you to know I'm really, really, really sorry. My visions, they ain't perfect. And I think I'm just seeing all the good things that Bob did. And maybe that's what he wanted you to see, all the good things. And he wanted you and Jesse to know that he's okay wherever he is. I do know that he's definitely watching over you, okay?
What you've done for me and Jesse is wonderful.
I haven't done anything.
Bob isn't coming back. I know that now. Yes, he is here. He's left us with something so very special. His love to us and to so many other people. And you truly helped me realize that. And you helped me realize that my life with Jesse is so much more important than anything else. There was nothing more important to Bob than Jesse.
I am so happy that you see that, Abby. And I want you to know something else. You really are a good mama. I do see that. I want you to know that. I may be just a little bit jealous because I don't have a kid. But I do see that you are a very good mama.
Would you like to come by to my house for Christmas Eve dinner? I can promise you it will be good because my parents made it.
Really appreciate that invite more than you will ever understand. But I actually do have a family. My mama and daddy are here from West Virginia, so I'm going home to them.
Would you be able to come by tomorrow afternoon when Jesse's scheduled to get his self-taught black belt? I could use all the support I can with that.
I will absolutely be there. I promise you.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
Merry Christmas, Abby.
Merry Christmas, Elizabeth.
Come on, let's go home. Gosh, my dad
Your mother and I are very proud of Jesse, right?
Yeah. Oh, so sweet.
I mean, honestly, I don't know how he does it. I
Focus, the energy that he's putting into this project, and
Oh, amazing.
Clearly, we all need the amount of energy Jesse has.
Yeah, oh my gosh, he's got so much energy, that kid. I don't know where he gets it.
people used to though. People used to.
They did, I know, right? It's so funny.
When you break this board, you'll speak.
Do you want me to hold the board?
I would like to hold the board. How about you, Professor? Would you like to hold the board?
Me? Oh, no. Looking at Jesse, he might break my fingers along with that board.
That's what I'm talking about. I think a man needs to hold that board.
What do you mean? A woman can hold a board just as well as a man.
Mom, Dad, I'm going to hold the boards for Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. You're supposed to break this with one hit, right? So give it your best shot.
I escaped.
Well, okay. Guess I was on target.
I'm home. I'm home. Come here. You did this for me, didn't you?
I did, so you would come home.
You're a black belt, Jesse. You're a black belt. You earned it.
It's a miracle. It's a true Christmas miracle.